It's time once again, people. It is time. I am the Chaos Gremlin. Welcome back to the WaterBear Podcast. What are we doing today? I have no fucking idea, but I do have a very special and very interesting person joining me today. So whenever you're ready, please reveal yourself to the world.
Well, look at me. I am ACSkywalker. I am talking into way too many mics right now because I'm trying to make sure my camera's got audio and my computer. It's great. But I'm ACSkywalker97 on Twitch. I am Oxy's editor. I'm also a YouTuber and complete lunatic.
Which is...
All at once. I'm everything all at once, just doing random shit at all times. In fact, as we speak, I am also indulging in some John Oliver because why wouldn't I also listen to Why Police Suck?
And that is pretty much the best run-up that we could have. So, Editor-san, AC, welcome to the show. It is an absolute pleasure to have you on. You saw what fucking happens on this show, so in order to save myself the heartache, to save you the heartache,
I know
we're gonna destroy the fucking format.
I know all too well what happens. I've seen the outtakes. I have seen everything that was removed.
He knows
from the first episode.
all.
I did it myself. It was taken away.
He is the one who knows all timelines. You are like our Doctor Strange. There is one scenario where the video works out well, and that's when you edit it. But yeah, like for those of you unaware, first of all, why the fuck are you not watching this? My friend here. Why are you not supporting all of his like fucking artistic shit? Why are you not following him? I will find you. Both cameras. I don't know where's recording.
I mean, you can come watch me VTube tomorrow. Oh no, I'll do Facecam tomorrow with a friend. We're doing some nonsense on Fridays. It's Lethal Company with SCPs added in. It's going to be a bullshit of a time, but also because I have to flex on you. I got that good juice.
He's got the go-go juice. This is going to descend into chaos very quickly.
Let's go!
Fucking deranged already.
I got my blueberry gold juice.
I have already spilled water on myself, and we are 2 minutes in.
I think he might have killed himself with water. He just drowned himself in his shirt.
Already.
Excellent. Can't even keep it in his bottle, man. He lost his bottle. Instantly like that.
I opened it and it just started gushing. What can I say?
2 minutes in.
Yeah, a little sploosh never hurt anybody. But yeah, this is the titular AC. He was my my guide and my auteur and the one who had me on a leash at Comic-Con. Not that leash helped much.
What do you mean on a leash? What do you mean a leash? It was more like what's the word for it? A battering ram to your wallet.
Yeah.
Kept being like, ooh look, lightsaber. Ooh look, coat. Ooh look. I won.
This was his fault.
I got this for free.
Yeah.
Still worth it.
It was him. Blame him. I don't know where to point.
I regret absolutely nothing. You deserved it.
Nor do I. So let's get a little bit of a rundown.
You've been playing with that thing all week.
Mm-hmm.
And he's biting his knife. I got one of them and all. Wait. See, I also got one, except mine's slightly spikier. It's got extra spikes. Mine can stab in more directions at once. And has like writing on it. Look at that. Look at that right. Oh, come on, focus for me. There it is. See?
There we go. I'm doing my little reveals as well. But yes, nice. Quick rundown. What do? You run a podcast, you fucking make films, you bitch about movies. What all do you do quickly, as quick as you can? Go.
Okay, so the things I do. I'm a full-time editor all the time, freelance editing, so I spend 90% of my time sitting staring at other people do things going, okay, you could be more interesting if you just emoted, if you just talked to the fucking camera, and then losing my mind. Or alternatively be like, could you get that mic out of your fucking face? God damn it. But it's fine. I'll lose my mind over that later. What I actually spend most of my time doing is playing Yakuza and, you know, being okay at Yakuza, then playing Halo with another friend and spending 2 hours on one section of one level and never beating it, and then both of us just rage quitting.
Sums it up.
And collectively deciding we hate Halo 2 with a burning passion. We still haven't finished that fucking game, but still. The other thing I do, which I'm currently proud of, is I run a YouTube channel. Two. You can watch my VODs on one, and then the other one is this one, which is going to appear here. That is my main channel where I post my reviews on stuff, my short films, bits and pieces of my like random rambling thoughts, which in this particular instance is my present hyperfixation on Kamen Rider, and I'm reacting to Kamen Rider Wizard. Completely blind. I've never seen Kamen Rider Wizard in my life. It's also a bizarre hyperfixation that came out of nowhere because I never liked Power Rangers as a kid. So I didn't watch Power Rangers. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't watch it. And then I saw a dude on TikTok describe Kamen Rider and show me a bit of it. I went, okay. And I went and looked it up on YouTube because you could go watch the first first 2 episodes of every series ever made on like the official Toei Tokusatsu YouTube channel. You could go watch full ass episodes, but the first 2 only of every series. And I watched the first 2 of Decade, and I was like, okay. And I watched all of it. And then I watched another series and another, and I'm like, I might as well make a job out of this, you know. I can react to it. It gets insane. It always starts innocuous. It's like superheroes. Now, superheroes have lost their goddamn minds, and they could transform and suddenly fight. This motherfucker couldn't even tie his shoelaces half an hour ago, and he was tripping down the stairs. Yet now he's punched the dude's head off. What the fuck is this escalation in
it's
skills?
thoroughly incredible, and thanks to AC here, I've also started to dabble, and I grew up watching Power Rangers, but I fucking hated that show with an absolute passion, because it's like, you're punching the dude, why does it need to explode every single fucking time you're punching the guy? And then I watched Kamen Rider, and now I get it. He has converted me successfully.
It wasn't even that hard, because you know the one cool thing you can do in Kamen Rider is it's Japanese, so it's got more of the context of like the action scenes around it making a little bit more sense than it does in Power Rangers, because half the time from what I remember, the like actors never actually wore their suits and stuff. As far as they didn't even know like what action was going on with the suit action. They would just do like little bits of non-suit action. Then when they were in the suits, it was shot in Japan, acted by Japanese dudes, and like fighting monsters. The American actors had no idea what the fuck any of that was until later seasons when some of the more famous guys got in. Like who the fuck was Tommy Oliver again? Who played him? I can't remember his name. Fuck, do you remember his name? It was
yes, his name was something, in fact. He did have a name, contrary to popular belief.
But yeah, I could go on for Kamen Rider and the fact that like every season of it has little to nothing to do with the season before. So if you decide, I want to watch Kamen Rider, you just pick one and start watching it. You won't miss anything because they're all completely disconnected. At least as far as the Heisei and Reiwa eras go, they have nothing to do with each other. You like watching, you're like, cool. That last guy looked cool. I'll go watch his show because his armor looked sick. Although I will say this, one of the Kamen Rider series, right, got an anime adaptation. It's called Futopia. And in anime, Kamen Rider looks fucking amazing. Just like imagine the silliness of Power Rangers, but they had the freedom of anime. So you could do a flying kick that doesn't look really weirdly CG. It's just an anime attack.
Anime, yeah.
It upgrades everything. I've gone on for way too long about this because holy shit.
No. That's the point of the show. After all, I mean, you've seen the outtakes. That's the entire point.
That's true. I do just ramble on. Don't get me started. And the worst is, if you get me started, look at what I'm an actual fanboy of. I'm wearing the shirt. I have the lightsaber. I have the R2 unit. I have another lightsaber that is glitched, but it's back there behind my ring light. I have Lego. This is my weird hyperfixation. It's been Star Wars for the last like 20 years, and if you ever get me started on the sequels, I will not stop because they could have been the most spectacular thing you've ever watched in your life, and then you watch it back, you're like,
they flopped. They flopped hard. They undid so much of the love that I had for that series and that like the fucking universe that is Star Wars.
My main problem is they're like America, right? They have promise. They could do amazing things, but they choose actively to go backwards and not do any of it.
Nothing else to add there, just that.
I don't understand it. I have nothing else to add on that. I just have to shit on America once a podcast.
He is that
I do this every
livid.
single time. It's even funnier when you know my podcast partner on 288 Gamers is a Texan, and I constantly shit on his country.
It's America,
constantly.
though. Like it's the land of the hot dog and the.
I'm a South African.
Exactly.
I can't help it. I've had an American hot dog. I've had a New York hot dog. It's average, at best.
It's mid.
It is. South African food is infinitely better. You could have an American-style hot dog in South Africa, and
because you slap a boerewors on there, you
It'll
gooi
taste
so 'n bietjie onion on there. Yo, my brew, it goes hard. Let me tell you. No, but like, I feel like all the comments are just gonna be the Americans be like, "Oh, but you haven't actually tried true American food," and I am here for it. Fight me.
I've tried true American food. Okay, I'll put it like this. I've been to Texas. I've had American food. It's average at best. It's greasy and over-sugared at worst. I had a loaf of bread in America. We got bread, right? I remember we got like white bread in South Africa. I love my fucking white bread. I'll go eat that shit.
Bread.
With like butter on it, just on its own. I know, it's sad, right? In America, I was like, I had one thing, I'm eating cake. I can have one slice, and now I don't want any more. This is awful.
Completely valid. I sadly have not tried. Well, not sadly. I thankfully have not tried American bread, and you know what? That's a brilliant segue.
I mean, it's like if someone added too much sugar to a sourdough.
God.
Or if you went to like your friend's house and he gave you a slice of bread but covered in icing sugar. That's what it tastes like.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about French toast,
that's
which is delicious with icing sugar. I'm talking about just bread.
With icing.
The ADHD is like, I don't know, we're just going to shit on
I
this
love
next.
it. I love it. Speaking of things to shit on, let's see. Is there anything that you have been playing recently that's been like really pissing you off, like a certain skating game perhaps? How's that been going?
Well, okay, so I've been playing a lot of games recently because my brain says play games. So I've been playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, which oddly enough hasn't been pissing me off. I have a fuck ton of fun with that game. That game rarely actually makes me angry. What does piss me off though is a very different game. It's a little game where you play as a very annoying bandicoot.
A marsupial, if you will.
And you try to jump. Yes, a fucking crashed out marsupial. And the hitboxes in the first game are dog shit and leave me angry. And then leave me going, I should play Jump King again. And then realizing that's a recipe for alcoholism. So I don't do that. Instead, I go and play Yakuza and then Halo, and I feel better about myself. Maybe not Halo 2. But
I like how, like, between Crash 1 or Crash 3, the, like, remake trilogy, and fucking the Halo remake trilogy, you find Halo, like, more of a comfort game, even though it's more bullshit, in your own opinion. It's hilarious. I love it.
So, the difference is, Halo 1 and Reach are the two we've already played through. We've finished them on stream because I'm playing through all the entire Master Chief Collection with my friend. We got to 1. We were like, we played through Reach. Fine. We basically just cheesed it through the whole thing on Legendary, where we would just run. We wouldn't try and kill everyone. We just fucking run from objective to objective, and it was fun. And then we played 1, and we did basically the same thing. And we'd also just, straight up murder each other whenever we got pissed off at each other, or someone did something mildly annoying. It would just turn into a recursive murder hole of just kill, respawn, kill, and we'd also use it to farm for ammo, because every time we respawned, you'd have a new gun. So we'd just kill each other to farm for ammo, and it worked. It was fun. And then we got to 2, and every time we died, it takes us back to the last checkpoint. Every time one of us dies, both hop back to the last checkpoint. And we lost our minds, but it also did force us to actually play as a team. We hated it. We have to play as a team. Do you know how that grates on our souls of having to play as a team? We both play with we play with sibling energy the whole way through. So it's literally siblings who both want to just murder each other the whole way. or play D&D as murder
yes,
hobos.
murder hobos.
And there's no in between.
I'm so here for that, but it's also like it just describes your style, your personality, and I mean, like the kind of chaos that you have put me through, and the kind of chaos that I have witnessed as well. It's just incredible, and I love it. I'm so here for it. Here for it.
I mean, I made you learn how to use a lightsaber in duel. I actually have a little secret I'm going to slip into this edit that everyone's going to be like, wait, Oxy has a working lightsaber that actually goes in sunlight and appears out of nowhere? Oh no. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. It's right here. Mine, as you can tell, is a little bit out of charge.
Mine was also on charge.
It's very funny holding it and being like, it's got an umbilical cord.
Yes, it's a proto saber. You need to wear a backpack with it.
Proto saber. Yes, proto sabers. Although the weird proto sabers are so ancient, they appear. They never, from what I can remember, there's one book that I know of that has them as actual sabers that a character uses in the story. The rest of the time, the proto saber stage is kind of skipped over, where either the characters will have swords, or they'll have working lightsabers, and then they'll reference proto sabers.
Yeah, because fuck a lightsaber with a cable attached to it. Wireless is the way to go.
That's true. Lightsabers are the true weapon of the choice. Unless you have a sonic screwdriver, in which case, that's hacks, but that's completely different hacks, and hope your opponent doesn't attack you with wood. In which case,
yeah, sonic screwdriver is real life wall hacks. That's another thing that I can attribute to this fucking nerd who is on the show with me. He got me into Doctor Who. I never used to fucking find that show interesting until he brought me into that rabbit hole. Why? Why?
Because it's worth it. The more nerderisms you get, the better. And like, Doctor Who's one of those things where if you just hear someone talk about it, you're like, yeah, it doesn't sound that interesting. You have to also find the Doctor that would connect with you, right? So, not everyone's going to like the same Doctor. Not everyone likes the Ninth Doctor, who was the first Doctor I saw, and the one that got me into the show. The only episodes that most people will be like, that's amazing, is the Doctor dances in The Empty Child. Mostly because The Empty Child is fucking terrifying. The easiest way to describe it is gas mask zombies. World War II gas mask zombies. That shit's scary as fuck. Just look up what that looks like, dude. You should look it up. Just casually take a little gander there.
Look it up right now. I'm not going to do it because I actually need to keep my sanity for the show.
Do it.
I'm going to lose it anyways.
Oh no, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I will make you see it.
He's looking it up. He's going to show me images right now. How dare.
It's so easy though.
Yeah, well then come on, show me. Show me. Like, we can get live reaction now.
Oh, this is the best way to do it. Let me.
While on the show. Yes.
I'm dumb. I did a dumb thing. My brain did not catch up.
Why'd you do it dumb? What happened?
Oh no, I just remembered. I have the episode of Doctor Who that shows you the gas mask zombies on my hard drive.
You can just pull up the still.
I have it here. I used to have it on DVD and then
imagine
I lost it. Wait, let me get to this right little section here. Oh, that thing's fucking creepy. It's still creepy to this day. I first saw this as a kid. I was like, oh, that's creepy. And then now I've seen it again as an adult. I'm like, oh no, that's still fucking creepy. Especially when you just hear it going, Mommy.
Okay.
World War II. So these kids, they're breaking in. They're stealing food because they want to live.
Because rationing's in place.
Actually, I just realized the scene I need to show you. That's the true. But I can't remember where it is. Right, I'm going to skip around a little bit so you can see exactly this creepiest scene with regards to these zombies. No.
No, it's definitely got atmosphere. Atmosphere of fucking dread. Did I just see them all sit up at once there?
This is where the creepiest thing. Well, seeing them all sit up at once wasn't the worst part. This is how you become a great old zombie. Watch it. I love Doctor Who. everyone's like, oh, it's for kids, and then you see this happen.
The fuck?
I love Doctor Who so much. Now do you see why?
I shat a little. That is fucking terrifying.
Now imagine you put out Doctor Who that up to this point hasn't been that horrifying. The scariest thing was maybe the fat people that had aliens inside them. That would unzip their heads, but it would be like energy come out. It wouldn't be like blood or gore. It would be like energy. You're like, ah, that's silly. And then that shit happens. You're like, ah, never mind.
Speaking of aliens and stuff. I saw the other day on Twitter, and I don't know if you'll find this very interesting, but I know you like the Alien movie. So, Alien Isolation is getting a sequel. Alien Isolation has confirmed to be getting a proper sequel.
Oh God, no. Do you know why my reaction is this, right? The first big thing I streamed was Alien Isolation. It's up on my VODs channel for anyone who wants to go look. The whole of my playthrough of Alien Isolation is up there. It's before I was even a VTuber, before I did any VTuber, it was face reactions of shitting myself because of those stupid fucking Joes, the average Joes, those fucking robot things, they're annoying pricks. And then the Xenomorph fucking murdering me so much that I was like, I hate this game, but also I'm scared of this game. It was a whole thing. I was not a fan. I did get a Canadian who helped me get through the game. She gave me all the hints, all the hacks. I powered through with help.
As I did as well.
Shout out to Steph.
As I did as well. Awesome. I remember the first time. No, I didn't get a Canadian. I got I ended up watching like some like fucking tutorial and like tips and tricks videos, and it's like, your biggest trick to survival in Alien Isolation at highest difficulty is fucking walk. Crouching is too slow and the bitch will sniff you out. Running is too loud. Just walk everywhere. And I was like, alright, vibes. And I did it, and I was fucking pissing myself the entire time, but it's still my favorite horror game to this day. I love that game so fucking much.
I mean, it's a great horror game.
The atmosphere.
Although I'm contemplating playing Five Nights at Freddy's on stream, I just need to acquire a copy. I want to play it for the meme and to see if I get bullied by the fandom. Every single time you die, just be like, is that the bite of 87? And I'm sure you'll get it right soon. Bruh, that would be exactly what I would do. That I would constantly just be like, is it the bite of 87? Is that bug? Is that big rabbit thing? Is that Chica?
No. The big rabbit thing is clearly Foxy.
The bear called Foxy? Why did they call the bear Foxy? Oh, that's true.
The rabbit is clearly Foxy.
This is clearly how you piss everyone off.
We're just gonna have rabid FNAF fans in the comments here.
Be like, what the fuck? Look, this here. There will be something here that I'm pointing at. I promise you, this is Foxy. Enjoy that, fans. Enjoy that.
And then,
FNAF fans, you're gonna be so happy that I put that up and said that about it.
Fans, you will love this. Also, if you really want to trigger the fan base, be like, the movie's better. Because it is.
According to the one fan I know who's seen it, the movie is basically just the books.
But it's not, though. It's kind of
apparently.
Not quite, because they also change who some of the like children are. I actually know the lore, but I just say shit just to trigger people. Like, Zack Snyder is overrated! There's a reference you weren't expecting.
Zack Snyder sucks balls and doesn't know how to write a good
fucking man.
I hate his writing. You get me started. Look, the Justice League movie wasn't a masterpiece. It was a perfectly serviceable average film. It was about, I would argue, even the Snyder Cut was about the same level as Age of Ultron in terms of storytelling. It was the same level of depth as fucking Age of Ultron. There isn't that much to chew on. People are like, oh, Superman. I'm like, bruh, you motherfuckers have never read a Superman comic book in your lives if you say Superman's boring and Zack Snyder's Superman is better and has a better journey. No, Zack Snyder's Superman is just some idiot. They've written him so he's trying too hard to be human and not like. He's trying to avoid what he is so hard that it's pointless. Like the biggest thing that pissed me off, right? It's Jonathan Kent's death, right? Because Superman could easily have fucking saved him. His dad says, no, it's a tornado. I'm like, motherfucker, you're his dad. Why would he listen to you in this instance? He would just deal with you being pissed at him. Why would he give a shit? He is bulletproof. And like, you can't touch Superman. Why would he give a shit? He's not Batman. He's not Spider-Man who's a dumb kid. He is Superman. He is the first, like,
the Man
big
of Steel
superhero outside of, like, the Greek myths. Like, why is he afraid? Why is he afraid to use his powers? Why does he give a shit about his dad's wishes when his dad is going to die via a tornado, which he could easily change? Like, in the comics, Jonathan Kent, usually doesn't actually die, and when he does die, it's of, like, lung cancer. He dies because of, like, natural causes that Superman can't actually fix, because, newsflash, Superman's powerful, but he
not even he has a cure to cancer. Fuck
He's,
cancer.
No. He can do... Yeah, fuck cancer. He can do things externally, but only within certain limits, because he doesn't want to control the world. He's not fucking Homelander. He doesn't want to control the world. That's not the kind of character he is. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but you know the best Superman is fucking... what's the one from Injustice Superman, right? The fucking dictator Superman. I'm like, that is one of the worst written Superman I've ever seen in my life. Largely because there are other versions of Superman who watch Lois fucking die and don't become planetary dictators. Superman's not that, like, weak. It makes him look weak that he just gives into the human impulse to control everything. There's Superman 1 million, the one who goes and lives in the fucking sun for 1 million years or whatever the fuck it was, and becomes a literal god. He like walks around glowing golden. It looks sick, if you ever seen that. But like, even that Superman, while he was godlike power, he didn't like try and conquer the universe. He was just a dude. He watched his loved ones die of old age and then moved on. He watched them die in like many ways. He lives in a world with the Joker and Lex Luthor, and then you let him like go evil because of this. This is I fucking hate it. It's stupid. The game's fun though, but the premise is incredibly
injustice
dumb.
to Superman, if you will.
There were more use. The Nazi Superman would have made sense. There's a legitimate Nazi Superman out there, like from Universe X or whatever. He's genuinely just Nazi Superman, and he's still somehow not as stupid as fucking Injustice Superman. Like, what the fuck? There's Russian Superman, right? Who, yeah, he's the Russian dude, but he's a communist true to his soul, but he acts. He becomes a dictator after he kills Stalin for like 5 years, and then it's just like, yeah, no, this is not the way I'm supposed to do it, and he just stops doing that. He like dissolves the Soviet Union and makes it just Russia. It's such a weird thing that they keep doing this to Superman, where even Russian Superman never became that evil, and he was given the power and like treated as the Superman by like Stalin. I can't actually speak for Nazi Superman because yes,
yeah,
Nazi
there's a whole lot of can of worms we don't want to touch there.
He's still a Nazi. Like,
it's bad.
It's bad.
Like canonically, colloquially, we'll leave it as that.
Yeah, it shouldn't exist, but it does. But whatever.
Yeah. Let's move on to something else that might be interesting. I don't know, like what brain is not working now. I got super sidetracked just listening to you rant about Superman. So, fuck.
Well, the other thing I could rant about is the fact that Kamen Rider is one of the most confusing shared universes in history, right? I'm going off the tangent of Superman before I go off on a Star Wars tangent for like 3.5 hours and be like, well, that was in-depth discussion about a random hyperfixation. I'm going to go on my other one. So Kamen Rider has a weird relationship with shared universes between all the riders, right? Because sometimes they are all in a perfect shared universe and they'll all be able to meet each other. And other times, utterly randomly, no, they're isolated on their own and will never know any other Kamen Rider. Well, none of the other riders with different systems to their own. The Gotchard, if you do watch that, keep in mind there's a point where you'll see that they have like one of the alchemists, because the whole thing follows alchemists. There's like a Inspector Alchemist who comes with a chemi that's the Wizard Chemi. And in the next episode, they're gone and they don't ever talk about him again. The reason being that Wizard Chemi and the like Inspector Chief, they were dealt with in a movie that was a crossover with the previous season or the previous Kamen Rider. That is completely canon to Gotchard's story. He actively met Kamen Rider Geats and did some shit with it. They never... But I didn't know this. So I got to like the end of the thing. I was like, hang on, what the fuck happened to that wizard thing that I saw in that one episode? So I went back and looked up and watched the movie. I was like,
side story.
What the fuck? It's like a side story where he just meets the immortal or reincarnating 2,000-year-old rider and is like, cool, let's do that now. What the fuck? He's with a more experienced rider who has like more forms and can do more bullshit than he can, and he gets jealous of him. Even though they both work on utterly different systems of like rider powers. And their upgrades are like, one works with cards and the other one just, I don't know, he works in like a weird game system where you can just like upgrade.
He uses a skill tree.
Weird. Similar to... If I remember correctly, I actually think he does use a skill tree.
He uses a skill tree. Oh, speaking of skill trees...
And he uses... Bruh.
Speaking of skill trees, I recently decided with all of the Star Wars stuff that has happened around Comic-Con and me getting a lightsaber and like dressing as Obi-Wan, picture on screen now, Mr. Editor in the future, if you will, please.
Go for it.
I decided to recently go and start replaying Fallen Order again.
It's fun. You know what else you should play? Because I've finished Fallen Order 4 times. And Survivor 3 times. You should try and get the Old Republic games.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep in mind, they're old, so they work really wonky on like Windows 11. They do work, they're just a pain in the ass to get them to work properly. But they do work.
Jank. Yeah.
Those are games you should definitely play through because they're just really cool games in general and like the way the stories work. Republic Commando is another
Republic
option.
Commando is...
But you should also play Jedi...
What?
Go for it. Let's hear you talk about Republic Commando.
Like, I remember at some point, I can't remember, I think like I had a copy of it with my PS2 because my uncle had it or something, and I played through it and I was like, holy fuck, this is like super awesome, but I can't remember any of it, so I definitely need to give that a replay again because I hear people and they're like, this is like awesome, it's a good first-person shooter fucking Star Wars game that isn't Battlefront when Battlefront was good, and the modern Battlefront shit just sucks. I've played them, don't come at me, Star Wars fans, you included.
Battlefront 2 is amazing. They just fucked its release. And the campaign is fun. Hold that thought, though. My camera has run out of space, so we're going to go on a 5-minute piss break. We've returned from hardcore piss.
Like, growing up, I played Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and I used to fucking adore that game, dude. Budokai Tenkaichi 3, that game rocked. Tenkaichi 2 was also good, but Tenkaichi 3, man, fuck. That was peak.
Dude, talk about your main. What you mean?
Dude, I was like a fucking 9-year-old at the time, so I used to only exclusively play Goku. I know. maybe a bit more Broly as well at some point, because Broly was just fucking boss in that game. But dude, Goku, they had the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and at that point I was like, wait, he gets a tail again as like a fucking 9-year-old playing it on a PS2. It was awesome, bro.
Dude, my favorite thing in that game was that you could just do fusions, just casually be like,
yeah,
you know what, I'll do a Potara fusion, and I'll just be Gogeta and kick the shit out of fucking
That was
Broly.
also incredible. Like, you could even do the fucking fusion dance if you had the right characters in your party, and it's just like, dude, yes, we need more of this. And then there's fucking Fighter Z that fucking came out, and that game is just ass with fucking... It's like... guys, you fell off. You fell off. Don't get me wrong. Like, so, you guys were good with the Guilty Gear games, but...
So Dragon Ball Fighter... How many... Wait, I just want to check something, because Sparking Zero, right? Actually, I want to add this to my fucking Steam wishlist. I need this goddamn game.
What's it cost?
It's so expensive. And if you get a pre-order bonus, you unlock... So, apparently all the characters can be unlocked pretty easily, but you do get some... 6 characters early unlock, right? If you pre-release it, if you
the pre-order bonus,
pre-order it, so you don't get them straight away, but you do pre-release. You get Gogeta and Broly, but all forms of them. So you get their campaign stories unlocked early, as opposed to you have to play through more of the game to unlock them. From what I can tell, this game just comes with straight up. The whole thing. You just get all the characters from the beginning. You just have to unlock them, and it takes a while, but you straight up start the game with everyone just in the game. You don't
that's
DLC
incredible
unlock
because,
people.
like, dude, fucking the era of, like, oh, this is actually, like, a hallmark character in the game, but we're gonna lock them behind DLC. Looking at you, Mortal Kombat 1. Looking at you, Tekken 8. It's fucking bullshit. I hate this. Video game culture has become just selling us shit that we should have already had with full fucking releases, and then making actual expansions bullshit these days, dude. Like, for those of you who are unaware, I am big Fallout nerd, right? I love the Fallout franchise. Fucking, like, Fallout 4 had okay expansions. Dude, bring back fucking Dead Money! For, like, do shit like that again, where you have a premise... And you just, like, run with it. I mean, have you played the Dead Money expansion for Fallout New Vegas?
No. I didn't play most of the Fallout games because I was a Skyrim lad. And I just had Skyrim. And I played through all of Skyrim.
Mid.
Skyrim's including
mid.
all the DLCs. I finished every single
Skyrim's
DLC for
mid.
Skyrim.
I'll say that again on the podcast.
I finished the shit out of my... Okay, I can't play Skyrim anymore. I genuinely can't. I tried, and I got bored after about 30 seconds because I've played it to death.
Completely valid. That was me, except I never finished it. But, like, okay, back to Fallout New Vegas, the best Fallout game. Anybody, if you wanna dispute that, here's my address on screen now. No, I'm kidding. Come and fight me. No, but like.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to put up www.gofuckyourself.com. That's your address.
Yes. Like, with Fallout New Vegas, you had, like, the expansions. You had the Gambler expansion, and there were, like, a couple others. But in Dead Money, the whole, like, premise is, like, you go into, like, this old casino, and you, like, get into the vault, and there's tons and tons and tons, literally, metric tons of gold bricks. And, of course... Fallout was Skyrim. They were running on the same engine at the time, so it was like you get over encumbered if you try to take all that money from the dead people. So the whole premise is like you can't actually escape because there's way too much and you have to like let go. They just were like, you know what, money is an object, it causes greed and shit because Vegas, baby. And they were like, there's a premise for a DLC, but instead we're gonna throw the most interesting characters in there.
No, you're wrong. New Vegas didn't run on the Skyrim engine. It ran on the Oblivion engine, and I remember it because the animations were just as wonky on both. And I remember it well because it looked nothing like. It was so weird because I tried playing it after playing Skyrim. I'm like, I can't. These animations, man. What the fuck?
You're right.
I had to play it first person for a bit. I also only played it on Xbox, and I didn't own it for very long.
It was also like historically broken on Xbox. Actually, there's like a whole bunch of things there, like. The PC and the PS3 versions actually ran better for some reason. Don't know why, but yeah.
Huh.
It's like a whole thing. But
Strange.
for those of you who haven't yet, play Fallout New Vegas. It's the best fucking game. It has the most interesting characters. And for those of you who know a thing or two about me, if there's something I like, it's interesting characters and locations. And New Vegas just pulls it out. It's on Epic. It was like $40 on Epic, like a month or so ago.
Actually,
it was
no,
free on Epic too.
On Epic. I have it on Epic now.
Play
I just haven't
Fallout
played
New Vegas.
The main reason is because me and Lindy decided we're going to play through Fallout, right? All the Fallout games, starting with 1.
OG Fallout isometric RPG.
We still haven't finished 1.
It's a slog.
1 is really fucking hard to get through. It's really, really, really hard.
It's a slog. Turn-based combat in that bitch still.
It's not even badly. It doesn't look bad. It is wonky, but it's also really hard. Like, the way it plays is wonky, but it's also just a hard-ass game. On top of being wonky as fuck.
Well, I mean, considering when it came out, like, can you deny it? Like, is it not expected?
No, that's true. That's true. It makes sense that it'd be wonky, but it's also like, that's really, really fucking wonky, man.
Yeah, I mean, I played a bit of original Fallout and even a bit of 2. I can't remember how I had it. I think I have 1 on Epic or something, and I was like, you know what? I love the franchise.
Probably because it was all the whole collection was free for when the series came out. It was all free on Epic at that time.
That checks. No, but I played it before the series.
I got 4 and 76
is
on
trash.
Steam.
Just in general, don't play it. It's not worth it.
76 is fun with other people. It's fun as like a multiplayer
It's fun when you
experience.
get to nuke other people. When you get a little fire team together and you nuke other players, even though PvP is not enabled by default, and you actually have to like consent, like with an interaction by talking to them in person. You have to be like, interaction menu, PvP enabled. The other person has to do it too. It's like the dueling system in Borderlands. You have to consent to getting your shit nuked.
If you ever play with so you've seen Nerf on my streams, right? If you ever play any fucking Borderlands game with Nerf, right? Do not challenge him. He will kill you in 2 seconds flat with any of his characters. They're all maxed out with like the most overpowered weapons in existence.
I could take him.
To the point of he uses a hack of he gives away his guns to anyone he plays with.
I do that
too. Speed
too.
Level you
because I've got a min-maxed, literally perfect, without the DLC, level 72 Zane from Borderlands 3, and I did the same for my Maya from Borderlands 2, where I did.
2.
I played Maya. Fucking hate me. Maya is best girl.
I played Maya as well. What the fuck are you talking about? I played everyone. They're all fun. They're just like, it depends on the mood.
It does depend on the mood.
My original was 0 and...
Because ninja.
But like, it depends entirely on the mood of who I'll play. I'll play everyone. They're all fun.
They are all fun. I'm actually...
Although people say Borderlands 3 is the worst.
It's bad.
They're wrong. It's the movie. The movie is dog shit.
The movie I haven't seen, and again, we're not going to get into this conversation again, because we had multiple conversations over several car rides throughout Comic-Con about this.
That's true, but I mean, they don't know
also
that. Anyone listening to this doesn't know. You don't know that. You looking at the screen right now. I know you're looking at me because I put myself on screen here to say this. You don't know what we think of that Borderlands movie unless you're coming from my YouTube channel. In which case, look, I did a video on it and it was shit. Yeah, don't go watch it. It was bad.
Now that we got that out of the way.
It's generic Hollywood at its most generic.
Generic Hollywood at its most generic. You know what? I second that. I haven't seen it, but just judging from like osmosis of what he's told me, I'm like, yeah, no. Just do not. It's not worth it. Back to Borderlands 3. It was mid at best. Like...
And yet you say...
Yeah, I mean... I did it in Borderlands 2. I had to commit to it in Borderlands 3. Like... Can you blame me? Can you blame me? I'm at the end of the day, I'm just an idiot who wants to rob a bunch of like alien vaults and make money and looking cool while doing it. Okay, is that too much to ask?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
But like at the same time,
my other question is this:
at the same time, it's like, yeah, it was good until they did some other stuff.
Okay, I have some random questions for you with games, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 1: What's the best sports game ever?
The best sports game ever. Rugby '08.
Video games. Just
Rugby '08, hands down.
why Rugby 08? And why 08
Because
specifically?
08 was not only the first and last one in the Rugby EA sports games that I played. The fucking soundtrack in that game was phenomenal. The way that the team play worked, you know, the like just thought and like detail that went into that game was just incredible, dude. I was again like a wee 9-year-old playing that game, and it was just mind-boggling to me that they had fucking Brian Habana in the fucking video game, and he looked kind of like he did in real life too. It was mind-boggling to my little brain, bro. That game went hard. The soundtrack, I've still got some of those songs on my fucking Spotify to this day. Hush Puppies, Blue Eyes or something like that. I'll send you the actual thing so you can do a little snippet of it on screen or just show the name. Fucking the music went so hard, dude. It was awesome. Back in the days when EA sports games fucking meant something. It was in the game because it was baller, bro.
You mean back when
yes,
EA
back
gave
when
a shit?
EA gave a shit.
I think they stopped giving a shit around the time of Mass Effect 3 coming out. I think that's when they lost their ability to give a shit. It was Mass Effect 3.
Why did you bring that up?
And to piss you off, Mass Effect 3 is my favorite of the Mass Effect games.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Mass Effect 3 was a fucking mistake!
It has by far the best gameplay. It by far has the best gameplay of all 3 games.
No, Mass Effect 3 was a mistake.
Up until the ending, everything else is so much better than the other games.
You're not wrong.
The stakes feel better. You feel way more engaged with the story because you're like, everything's getting fucked. When you go and recruit Garrus, right? You go to the moon of his home planet and you can look up in the sky and watch his home planet get nuked from space, dude. Like, you play that game, you're like, holy shit, this is a fucking war and these people are getting
You're not
wrecked.
wrong. Garrus is also best boy. I romanced him in Mass Effect 2, sue me.
No, obviously. Like, why would I sue you?
Okay, it was... Okay,
I always go for Tali. Tali's better.
okay, yes, Tali is a valid response. Mass Effect 1, who did you romance in your first playthrough?
Liara. Duh.
Valid. Yes, because Ashley was a nerd and Aiden was just xenophobic.
Other way around.
Yes.
Caden was a nerd. Ash was xenophobic.
Oh yes, because Aiden was Caden. What was his face? What's his name, dude? I sound like such a fake fucking
Caden.
Mass Effect fan.
Caden! I told you his name's fucking Caden!
But
Name blind.
but yes, he was an engineer, wasn't he? Or like, no, he was a biotic. Fuck.
No, he was a biotic. You could still romance him in Mass Effect 3, dude.
I know. In my first playthrough, I went with Jacob for some reason, and then he died in the suicide mission.
What a weird choice.
The one person I spent enough time with.
I managed to max out the suicide mission. I've had all the outcomes possible. My favorite's the one where nobody dies. I can consistently get nobody dying in it because I know how to do that. But I can also get everybody except you die. Actually, I can get everybody dies. Literally everybody dies.
I mean,
I know how
like,
to do that.
With myself in my first
I know, it's
playthrough,
cool.
he was the only one who died in the suicide mission. Everybody else survived. Just Jacob. My love perished. So that, like, ripped the, like, ropes. Yeah, pretty much.
He was useless.
I can't remember why he even died. I think it's because I didn't do his loyalty mission or whatever the fuck. He was the only... No, I didn't do his and Jack's loyalty mission, but even Jack survived. So I was like, go figure.
Jack's loyalty mission's fun, though.
It is fun.
You gotta nuke the Cerberus black site. It's so much fun.
I had such a good time with Mass Effect 2. It's actually the first game in the series I played.
I've the only Mass Effect game I'd say is bad is the first one.
1 is fucking clanky as all hell, yes, but in Legendary Edition, at least they kind of fixed the Mako, but not quite.
It's still clanky and it's
The cover system still sucks.
the only thing it saves in Legendary Edition, honestly, is the fact that it unlocks all the DLCs for 1. So therefore, you get more story stuff that actually affects 3. Because there's a thing where you can get the Batarians to join you if you do there's one specific like side mission that if you do it in 1, the Batarians fucking help you in 3. I had never had that before I played Legendary Edition because
the Batarians were dicks in
and
1.
I hated 1.
Yeah.
And I also never had the DLC.
I can't remember, is that the DLC where it's like you're on that like meteor that's about to hit that planet and they're like the terrorists? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can like save. Although my favorite DLC is the one from 3 where you meet the Leviathan, like the guys who built the fucking Reapers.
That was an incredible DLC. And
that one's so cool, and like you get to see them like mind controlling dudes, and you're like, what
just
the
pure
fuck is
psychological.
going on?
It's incredible.
It's
I
such
love
a
that.
good DLC.
Have you played Andromeda?
Nope, not yet. I keep meaning to, and then I'm distracted.
You
by
must
about
play
500
Mass Effect
other
Andromeda,
games,
and then we'll have this
and
conversation
then I just don't
again.
get to it.
You must play Mass Effect Andromeda.
You want me to say Andromeda's the worst game?
No, it actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't
I can
that
sense
bad.
it.
Like
one's clankiness. It's also the character models in
Yes.
1 look hideous, and like even a Legendary Edition, when you see them again, they still look ugly.
they only upscaled what they could. The game came out in 2008, people.
And I can't explain why.
Mass Effect 1 came out in 2008. That game is as old as Need for Speed Most Wanted. Or was that 05?
The OG.
Yeah.
No, OG was 05. It's
Yeah.
as
Oh
old
yeah,
as
Carbon was 08, right? The sequel. Dude, Most Wanted. Fucking the amount of time that I put into that game as a kid. Part of the reason why I'm a car nerd today, I can be like, that's a car when you hit that thing and it doesn't show you go so fast. Because of Most Wanted and the original Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, one for the road, man.
One for the
You
road.
just gotta take one for the road.
Why are you torturing me like this on my own goddamn show?
One for the road across Botswana. Cross-cutting between 17 years ago and 2023.
I'm done.
The same walk. The same walk, watching Hammond walk
Touching
up to
his
his tree
tree.
again.
That
Touching his trunk.
touching his wood, if you will. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Destroying your soul in the
of course.
meantime.
Like, I don't know. We kind of in this like time now where a lot of the things that growing up, a lot of these you Gen Alphas listening and watching this, y'all with your skibbity riz in your toilets or whatever the fuck, you don't understand what it meant to us. Okay, you don't understand the sacrifice that we felt when he touched his tree for the last time.
How about when he saw his old car?
Dude, taking out the fucking light. Oh,
What about when, for the sake of it, all 3 of them pulled the doors off their cars to drive across the
Dude.
salt flats?
dude, you're just digging up all the fucking memories now. You're actually gonna make me cry. You're actually gonna make me cry.
That'd be rude. Okay, here we go. Here's another question. What was the worst Tony Hawk's game ever made?
Simple, American Wasteland. That game was fucking garbage.
What made it garbage?
Well, okay, like I grew up playing, like I played a bit of Pro Skater 1 and 2 on the PS1 with my cousin who had one, and then with the PS2 I played Underground and Underground 2, and those were fucking baller games, dude. The fact that you start off in New Jersey of all fucking places was incredible, and the whole free roam, you could get off your board and like climb up shit and like find half pipes to dive off of. And then American Wasteland happened, and the maps were awful, the game was fucking laggy and buggy as all shit, the tricks looked bad, the animation was jank, and the open world was just garbage.
So you'd say Skate was better?
Yes. At the time, Skate was doing better. Yes. Actually, I'll throw out some fucking really niche skating game that some OGs here will recognize. I argue that the random weird fucking MGS2 skating mode that was included on the PS2 was better than American Wasteland. Where you played as Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2 on the big shell in a skating mode. Only on the PlayStation. That was better.
That's hilarious.
And I'm not joking.
I'm not arguing with you. It does remind me of the fact that, like, some of these fighting games have weird exclusive modes that they include, right? So take Tekken 7, for example, because this is one I know for a fact is true. And it's really fucking annoying that it's a thing. But there's a jukebox in the game, right, where it randomly plays the music. It's PS4 exclusive. You will only get jukebox mode on the PlayStation 4.
I mean, look at...
But if I have it on Steam, right? I can go bowling. I can go bowling with Kuma in a bowling alley.
That's dope, though.
I don't know why I would be a bear.
Because it's bowling.
And on top of that, you can use pins that look like Heihachi's face.
Of course, because Heihachi is like the cause of all of the pain in the Tekken franchise. We know this.
And he's back.
Heihachi should have died many years ago, many times before. He must just give up and give the company to his son. Come on, guys. This is the same story they've been telling since fucking Tekken 2, people. Come on. Heihachi dies, he gives it to Kazuya, and then Kazuya fucks up, and then he's like, oh, you know what? You weren't fucking meant for this. I'm the bigger badass here. Fuck you, kid. You're not me.
Except his son is
time and time again. Am I wrong?
No, he's just like, oh, look. He's a devil. Let's kill him. Crap. He came back and killed me. Well, now his son's gonna come kill him. Somehow Kazuya had a fucking son. I still don't understand. Kazuya fucks.
I think you need to watch the comics for that.
But remember this, Kazuya does fuck.
Or watch the shitty Netflix adaptation that they did, which wasn't that bad actually. Or play Tekken 3.
We'll play Tekken 3.
Dude, Tekken 3 slaps though.
Actually, just go play Tekken 3. It's better.
Tekken 3 is better. I remember like I had Tekken 5 as a kid on the PS2, and they had like that cool well, not cool necessarily, but they had like that campaign mode where Jin gets the Devil Gene for the first time, and it first shows, and you like fight through the like hallways, and then you could just play Tekken 1, 2, and 3 in it, built in. And I was like, I spent 99% of my time playing Tekken 3 more than I played base Tekken 5 because it was just that ass.
And there's a Tekken tag games which are unrelated to the main games for some reason. Tekken games are weird.
Yeah, they're like side story, not canon weird stuff. Tekken in general is just a mistake.
No, it's not.
But
it's less of a mistake
we just
than,
continue
say,
playing it.
Mortal Kombat 1. Because you love Mortal Kombat 1, don't you, Oxy?
I refuse
Mortal
to
Kombat 1
that.
is your favorite game of all time.
No, I hate it. I hate it so much with a passion.
You
I
have it on your
refuse to
shelf back
acknowledge
there,
it.
don't you?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Where's your proof? That's so far away, no one can tell.
I will fucking carry the camera there. Like, no, stop gaslighting me into this. Mortal Kombat 1 was a mistake. You want to know what my favorite Mortal Kombat game was, historically?
1, 2.
And no, it's not MKX, because MKX was bullshit, and MK11 was even more bullshit, but a bit more fun.
So it's MK9?
No, my favorite is Mortal Kombat Deception.
Deception?
Yes.
I can hear myself.
I am very sorry.
On your end.
Just give me a second. Let me fix that quick. Is
Good
that
idea
better?
to edit that out.
Yes.
Woo, I can't hear myself going woo.
Can you hear it now?
It's fine. I can't hear the woos anymore. They're gone.
Yay, I fixed it.
Woo.
Yeah. I hope so. Anyway, back to it. Mortal Kombat Deception. Reason why I love it so much, not only was it like the debut of the titular character Shujinko, It was like the first proper like conquest mode that was actually good, with the full open world, and you like learn from all the different characters and jump through the different realms, and you learn all the different like combos and fighting styles, and how the story spanned the entirety of this man's life. You start out as a little teenager learning from Baraicho, you learn the way of the drunken fist as a fucking 16-year-old twink in a kung fu dojo. And then next thing you know, you're literally in hell learning how to use knives from katana, dude. It's awesome.
That does actually sound kind of sick, not gonna lie.
It is so awesome. It had like full like day-night cycles, dynamic weather for that game. It was fucking fascinating, bro. It was awesome. More people need to play Deception.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
And then there's fucking what's it called, Shaolin Warrior, and that game was ass.
I've never heard of Shaolin Warrior. What is the? There's also Dead or Alive. I mean, we could. That's a bit more of a mistake than Tekken, I'd argue.
Yes.
Have you ever played a Dead or Alive game?
I have played a Dead or Alive game. I am one of those degenerates. It was a mistake. Moving on.
Oh no. Was it a mistake? Really? Really? Was it really a mistake, Mr. Hentai Mousepad? It was totally a mistake that you played the titty fighter, right? It was totally a mistake.
Everybody knows Soul Calibur.
Oh no, I don't know what this is.
Everybody knows Soul Calibur is the better titty fighter, though. Ivy. Woo!
I know, we tried playing it. You were distracted the entire time. You just played Ivy and stared at her boobs the whole time.
No,
sorry, I tell a lie, you stared at her ass the whole time.
You played Ivy and distracted me with her titties the whole time. That's how you did it. I played Taki, remember?
That's how I won. Not because I have more skills than you. You got distracted by your own character as well.
No, you were playing Ivy. I played Taki.
Uh-huh.
Remember. Bro, don't gaslight me on my own show.
What do you mean? I kicked your ass! Either way, I still won.
Yeah, you won, hands down. I'm not denying that. It's just you played Ivy and I was distracted.
It's not my fault. You played Taki. I was like, it's fine. At least I didn't play 2B and just, actually play with hacks of, I will hit you from the other side of the map while throwing a sword. Yay. And then I'll beat you to death with... Oh, wait, I did do that.
Do you see what I have to put up with? I just get bullied. Yeah, whenever there's a fighting game involved, I just get bullied.
It's even funnier. He was like, oh, you know what's my game? You want to hear what this is? He was like, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate is my game. I will kick your ass at that.
Shut.
And now he instantly goes copium when he's like, I'll beat you with my main. I'll play Dante, my main. Right? You'll play with your main. And what happened? What happened, Oxy? What happened when you played your main?
Nothing happened.
Nothing at all, right? You totally didn't
Nothing
lose,
happened.
Right? You totally didn't lose to a noob.
I refuse to acknowledge this.
Who just was playing Chun-Li casually.
I refuse to acknowledge this. You played Chun-Li. She is broken. I refuse to give this... I refuse to acknowledge this. Chun-Li is broken. If you play Street Fighter, you know Chun-Li is broken.
We weren't playing Street Fighter, though.
Moving on.
You could have played Deadpool.
Please. This was brought up in this was brought up in person. This was brought up in the Comic-Con vlog. This was brought up time after time after time, bro.
This will never be let go of. It's too funny to me.
You know what? You know what we actually need to do? We need to play fucking Street Fighter 4, and I need to kick your ass. That's what needs to happen.
You're be really funny.
If I lose there too.
You're at the funniest possible. You're like, I'll kick your ass at this game. Still loses. The same way. So I'll just be like, oh, cool, I'll play Chun-Li.
I'll play Chun-Li too. I actually know what I'm doing.
It'd be even funny if you lose Chun-Li versus Chun-Li. Chun-Li wins. 100% done with his bullshit. I can sense it.
I just want to die at this point.
Okay, we'll move on from Chun-Li. Okay, we'll move on. We'll stop discussing one of the hotter characters in Street Fighter and move on to something else.
Yes, let's literally anything else that isn't me just living down that same defeat time after time after fucking time.
So, which is the best... Here's a good question. Which is your favorite Devil May Cry game?
Oh, spicy topic. It's not the 2014 remake.
So why not the 2014 remake? Doesn't that just have Virgil?
No,
doing
it
dumb
doesn't
shit?
have Virgil at all. It has Dante remastered, where he is no longer a blonde, pizza munching, like smart mouthing badass. He is an emo boy from Nine Inch Nails.
Didn't they make that just an alternate version of him, and then have him rejoin the main timeline as a different
Yeah, that happened in
character?
DMC5, but I refuse to acknowledge that version.
Wasn't he made to be just... Wasn't that just not actually Dante? It was like his nephew.
No, it was
or
actually
some shit?
Dante. It was like alternate, like, I don't know. I never played it.
So then how would you know if it was
Because
good?
it's ass. I played, like, DMC2 and DMC3, the good ones, where Dante has, like, his signature coat. Like, that opening scene from DMC3 where he's, like, beating up the demons, where he's, like, eating the pizza with just the coat on, and he's, like, hitting them with, like, the frickin' pool cue balls, and it's, like, shattering their brains. It's awesome. Dante's a badass. And then they did that. They gave him fucking emo hair. They made him Anthony from Smosh circa 2013.
I thought he had like spiky
No,
ass
it was black,
in
and
that
it was
one,
like
instead of his floppy white hair.
That's why I hate it. Hold on, I'm actually gonna look this up. DMC, I think it was 2013,
I have triggered the rage.
or
Comment
the
section.
reboot, something like
Comment
that.
below what you guys think of Devil May Cry 5, and tell Oxy why it's the
Here,
best game.
this fucking version. It was called DMC: Devil May Cry, where he's got like the fucking the basic white T-shirt on. He still has the coat, but he's got like the short black hair. No, that is not my Dante. Dog shut. Let me show you this.
I don't think anyone accepted that as Dante. I swear he was Nero or some shit like that.
This fucker.
Isn't
I
that just
don't know. I
Nero?
never played this game
Yeah.
because it is bad.
That's just Nero.
I don't know, and I don't care. I don't
That's not
know, and I
Dante, that's
don't
Nero.
care.
That's his nephew.
You can correct. You can be
He's got
salt.
a
I hate
devil
this. This is garbage. This is not my Devil May Cry. This is not what I grew up with.
Yeah, but what if it's not Dante?
I don't know. It might not be.
What if it's just not Dante
It might
at all?
not be.
It's Nero. What the hell are you talking about, Dante?
I have no fucking idea.
I'm pretty sure that's Nero, in which case you're hating on a character you don't know.
Yes, because it's not Dante.
You're hating on a character you don't know, who has nothing to do with Dante. You just write, what if it was Virgil?
No. It is, fuck you. In this retelling of Dante's origin story, which is set as a contemporary backdrop, DMC retains its stylish action. Fuck off. This is not my Dante. Don't try to gaslight me. I know what I'm talking about. This is not my fucking Dante.
So who's Nero? I'm pretty sure that's just Nero because it looks exactly like
Yeah,
Nero.
no, it...
Except Nero wears blue, but that's the only difference.
Oh.
Same face, same hairstyle, voiced by the same voice actor as the English dub of Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach.
Fascinating.
Fun
There,
fact.
you get an outfit that looks like Virgil. No, but this is fucking bad Dante. This is Dante from fucking Wish, or whatever the new one is called.
Timu Dante.
Yes, this is fucking Timu Dante.
Oh no, he doesn't like Timu Dante, guys. Yeah, oh no. That is disappointing.
No.
Still a good show. Still, I think the first Devil May Cry game I will play on stream will be DMC5.
Valid.
And I'll constantly at Oxy to join. Just constantly. He'll have to watch the whole
Yes,
stream.
DMC5 I am here for entirely. 100%.
And then I'll just keep calling him Dante. I'll just call him Emo Dante. We'll play as Emo Dante. It's fine.
That's fine because it's Virgil and he wears blue and he has a cool gimmick in DMC5. But they call him Dante. That's not Dante.
Fine. I'll play remake. I'll play 2014 remake and then call it Dante the whole time. I'll play that game. And I'll force you to watch me play it so you know the story.
No, I
Dante's origins
refuse. I refuse. It is literally a reboot. No. It is.
Is it? DMC1 doesn't have his origin in it. That you just start randomly.
Exactly
in
the way it's meant to be.
So it's not a retelling so much as the telling.
No, they say retelling.
He hasn't become
No.
Dante
They
yet.
say very specifically retailing. And
Yeah, but where did they tell it for the first time?
I don't know. Fucking DMC. Fucking.
So how are they retelling something that hasn't been
I
told
don't
yet?
know. I haven't played that game. I don't know what the fucking plot is. It could just be DMC 1, just with bad Dante, for all I know.
But slightly better action and less glitches when you play it on a newer system.
That thing was released for Vista. On its Steam page, it says recommended specs Vista.
So what you're saying is it's broken.
Yes,
Ah,
probably.
never mind. That game never worked.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of me ranting about things being changed and being angry about it. In other words, enough of me being a boomer.
Boomer. You're younger than me.
Yeah,
But I exist as a living troll, so like...
but I have very strong opinions about things.
I have strong opinions on things, but they're all Star Wars related or Kamen Rider related. For example, Kamen Rider Legend is just Wish.com's Decade. Even though Decade is part of his backstory, he's still just the Wish.com version with way too much bling.
But bling, though.
It still does not have the vibe.
Shiny,
Decade.
though.
Yeah, but it
Shiny,
doesn't have the right
though.
theme song. You can be as shiny as you
Shiny.
want, but you're never gonna have the amount of fucking aura Decade has just by existing.
The amount of aura. Okay, that's mindful. That's demure.
You can wear all the bling you want, but then you could just severely lack aura, dude.
Speaking of aura,
No vibes.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, keep going with the sentence. Don't even stop. Speaking of aura,
Yes, speaking of aura, yes, JoJo's new part and manga is coming out quite soon. That's pretty exciting.
there you go.
Yes, actually.
There's a new manga's part coming out? Oh, okay.
Yes,
I know there was a lot of parts out. Wasn't Jesus one of the JoJo's? Canonically? Wasn't Jesus a stand user?
I think so. Can't quite recall.
I always forget how insane JoJo's is until I look up, I just look it up and I see just images of fucking Jesus with a stand for some reason.
Let me make sure what's coming out real quick. This is all just people cooming over JoJo's. Screen Rant, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has one advantage over Shonen that makes it the best of every time. I'm looking up the new season and that's what I find.
Jesus.
Let's see. Viz Media unloaded a bunch of announcements for upcoming summer manga for JoJo's. Long-awaited confirmation. Wait, hold on. Brain. Oh, it's crunchyroll.com.
Oh no.
Okay, whatever.
Why would you talk to Crunchyroll
I know, right?
dipshit?
No, nobody cares about that. What is the new part coming, dude? I saw it on
sucks
fucking
ass.
Androva retweeted it. It looked sick.
Yeah, I saw it too.
That looks exciting. Was it Steel Ball Run? I can't remember.
It might be still Ball Run.
Anyway, that's coming. That's exciting. Which means hopefully it gets animeified again because fucking JoJo's is the best shonen on earth, hands down.
Which was the last part they did. Well, I would not call it shonen. It's more like seinen. But yeah,
It's not shonen. Yeah.
seinen just means stuff like Berserk. Adult-oriented shit. More fucked up adult-oriented shit.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, I mean, yes, but yes. I'm not going to argue.
Have you seen Berserk?
Because you're right.
Or read Berserk?
Yes.
That shit's fucked up.
I've seen Berserk. I have yet to read it. It caused me many a trauma.
Apparently the manga's worse.
The manga is worse. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's why I want to read it.
Be mindful.
I said I haven't seen it yet, so I can't make claims. Ooh, here's something that I want to see if you've watched or not. Have you seen the hit shonen parody Gintama?
I've seen all of Gintama, every single episode. I fucking love Gintama. It's so good.
It's so
good.
peak.
And it's got like
I'm giving it a rewatch again.
I really do need to rewatch it, but it's one of those series where it's incredibly silly, and then it randomly has a serious arc in the middle of it for no fucking reason that's really deep and really depressing, and it goes back to being ridiculous. like one series,
it's
oh god. Oh, the other thing, have you read the manga for
it's just incredible.
Spy Family?
No, I have not. I am but a normie. I haven't even seen the show.
You haven't seen the show? You will love the show. You will also thirst off.
Yeah, I know, because
knowing you,
because
you'll also thirst
yours
after
hot.
both Lloyd and Yor at the same time.
Yes, Lloyd is also very spicy. I've looked up the Rule 34s without watching the show because. Yes.
Excellent.
I am half cultured.
Half cultured.
So here I'm going to dump you my link. For because I know the hentai. I haven't watched the show, so that's
go
only
watch the actual show.
The words
it's
of the
on
wise
Netflix.
Samuel L.
It's
Jackson
great.
says. I don't have a subscription to Netflix. It's too fucking expensive.
It's like $100.
It's too fucking expensive. I went to Comic-Con and you made me broke.
Hey, I regret fucking nothing. You enjoyed every second of it.
Nor do I.
Totally worth
completely valid. There's my rewatch. That's where I am so far.
You're at... Oh, wait, let me just open it. Let's see what episode you're on. You are on episode 9 of 100.
Yes. Because I started watching it and I binged to 9 and then I stopped.
The one thing that always confuses me is it stays in 3x4. And then there's an episode where the whole episode is about it changing aspect ratios. Gintama has an episode just about changing shit.
I love it. I love how self-aware the show is.
It's such a good show. It's so fucking good. You must watch it. If you haven't seen Gintama, go watch. Go stop this podcast.
Watch it.
I realize this is self-deprecating, but pause this podcast. Go watch Gintama. Ignore YouTube for 100 episodes of Gintama. Then come back to this podcast.
Come back.
Do not watch a different podcast. Come watch this podcast and comment how good Gintama was.
This episode,
you will know.
Gintama is peak.
It's fucking amazing.
It is incredible. There is nothing better in all of the shows that I've watched so far that I've enjoyed as much as this. Time after time that I rewatch it. I've watched it through 5-6 times, and every single fucking gag will still make me chuckle, dude.
Bruh. The amount of
every single fucking gag will make me chuckle.
Dude, it's such a good fucking show. It's like just getting fed some good fucking food, dude.
It's incredible. Giving you some good pop culture to enjoy here on WaterBear.
Oh shit.
Ow, my buttocks hurts. What happened?
No, I might have killed my voice box.
I killed his what?
In a month, I'm going to use your money to buy myself a new fucking pair of headphones. These ones are shit. Look at them. They're thin and plastic.
Yeah.
And say Panasonic on the side.
They're garbage.
Who wants a Panasonic headphone?
Because who wants Panasonic headphones? Panasonic, get fuck out of here.
They do make good cameras though.
Yes. And better VHS machines.
They made VHS machines. When did you last see a VHS machine for sale anywhere? At all.
I have one just casually sitting in there somewhere. In there. Wait, hold on. I think it's actually a Panasonic too. Hold on. I'm disappointed now.
It was a Sony, wasn't it?
It's fucking Samsung.
It's even worse.
I know. Oh. No, wait. The Panasonic one I'm thinking of my grandparents had. This one was my great grandma's.
Yes. Well,
the one that I grew up watching The Simpsons on tech.
I'm running low on batteries, unfortunately. This camera's batteries is shit. So we're gonna have to wrap up this shit show of we've lost our minds and argued for about an hour and a half about
various stuff.
Things. I managed to avoid bringing up Star Wars, which is a miracle because my entire personality is Star Wars to the point of I forced Oxy to do a Star Wars cosplay.
Images on screen.
Well, actually, no, I just lent him a Star Wars cosplay that I just casually had and was like, yeah, buy a lightsaber. Cool, now let's go do Star Wars things. And he learned how to lightsaber duel over at Comic-Con because of me.
Yeah. It's in the vlog.
I I actually need to make more videos on Star Wars shit. I have a few on my TikTok page, which is probably linked somewhere below, and my Instagram has it. That has all my cosplays on it, and then my fucking YouTube has Kamen Rider and Doctor Who, and my Star Wars fan films. I make fan films. I don't talk about Star Wars. I just make stories in that universe because it's a cool universe to make stories in. But I don't make content about it because I don't want to attract most of the Star Wars community, because most of the community is dog shit, and I don't like them. I like the shows. I like the movies. Even as much as it bereaves me to say it, I actually kind of like the sequels, but not for the reasons you would think. They're a good lesson in what not to do to make a good movie, and how you shouldn't sideline cool characters just because they're black. Yes, I know what you guys did to Finn, you bastards. I know what you did, Disney. I know what you did to Finn, and that is one of the biggest disgraces, because you guys could have had a fucking black main character Jedi, and you chickened out instead for a pointless relationship. I'm not going to call it a romance between Rey and what's his face, Kylo Ren.
What's his face?
Because they barely interact in any meaningful way other than as enemies, and then like half the fandom's like, they should fuck. And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. That would be the most abusive thing ever, and it ends with them kissing, and I'm like, why the fuck did these people kiss? This should have been a duel between fucking Finn, Rey, and like, if you're gonna have Ben come back, don't kill him off at the end. Let him live with what he has done, and like, go off into the galaxy as just this weird lurking dude who's constantly trying to atone. Make him do a Sasuke, where he did fucked up shit, yeah, but now he wanders the galaxy as a Ronin who just like appears, helps people, fucks off before anyone could tell any authorities that he was even there. Like, that's a cool story. That's a different story for Star Wars as well, is having redemption through action. So he just earns his redemption by being this weird lurking dude who just keeps taking out all the bad guys, or as many as he can before he eventually gets killed by them. And if you're going to go with that story, kill him off at the end of it. Make it his whole story that ends with him dying heroically to save someone inconsequential. So he's not even trying to save the whole galaxy, he's just trying to save that one person. And I've just described the Doctor.
In other words...
God damn it.
In other words, just write Red Dead Redemption Star Wars. It would have been better.
I mean, you're not wrong. But like, I also just described Doctor Who, because if you go watch Doctor Who, right, he ends up with this mentality of just save someone. You don't have to save everybody in the entire universe. Just one. Also, there's one quote where if you go watch the 11th Doctor, that I know will resonate with you when you get to him, and you will like. He has many lines that will destroy your soul.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
He has some of the most well-written dialogue you'll ever see in science fiction, where you're like, is it a little bit cheesy? Yes, but it's just the right amount of cheesy to not be dumb. It's enough where it's uplifting without being dumb. It's like fairy tale good dialogue, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily realistic, but it feels correct for a character.
Right, yeah.
Which also always returns me back to every time I talk about like bad dialogue in a character, everyone was like, Anakin in Attack of the Clones has terrible dialogue. I'm like, have you motherfuckers met 19-year-old teenagers trying to flirt? You motherfuckers couldn't flirt for shit. Can you remember what it was like to try and flirt as a 19-year-old?
Yes, because I was still with my ex then.
Were you good at it?
I was smooth as hell, I'll have you know.
Right, sure you were.
You can ask him behind my back. We're on talking terms. Like, you can ask him behind my back. I was smooth. As the kids would say, had riz.
At this point, I'm convinced you didn't have riz so much as awkward charm.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Why do you call me out like that?
You were awkward, but in a cute way. So it worked.
Yeah, you probably.
I know this because that was my experience as a 19-year-old trying to flirt.
You're probably not wrong, but also, you're probably not right either.
It
remains to be seen. Anyway,
somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle.
Can we wrap this up? Yes, before your camera dies. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening / watching this episode of WaterBear. It was an absolute pleasure to come here and just have a big old fat conversation without the questions. And thank you, AC, Editor-san, Kibana. You were a fucking legend. Thank you so much for joining me on the show.
It's fun. Thanks for having me. I might appear one day again when I've got more content going. Go watch my playlists. I have many of the fuckers. Not yet. Don't worry about it. There's one. That's just 2 Kamen Rider videos, but there'll be 3 soon, I hope.
Go and watch, go and support, go and do the stuff. You know the drill by now, guys.
Anyway, from me, thank you. Yeah, also, you guys should totally sub to this, because then you get more WaterBear. And you get more of Oxy being a complete goober about his favorite shit. Especially Tony Hawk. If you guys send him Tony Hawk merch, he will literally lose his mind and do unboxings. But just send him tons of Tony Hawk merch, even if it's just, Funko Pops of Tony Hawk.
I will open a PO box so you guys can send me Tony Hawk stuff and only Tony Hawk stuff. Anything else, I will just throw straight into the trash. Even if it's from a show or a game or a movie I enjoy, if it's not Tony Hawk, I'll throw it in the trash. We'll call it the Tonyo box.
With the exception. Actually, I will add one exception to this, even if Oxy claims that. If it's Gintama stuff, he will claim to have thrown it in the trash, but then you'll look in the background.
Is that a Gin body pillow behind you?
Is that Gintama in the background there?
Is that a Gin body pillow behind you?
Nope, that's totally not the thing you sent me that's from Gintama, no. Also, it's or Hinata.
Anyway.
Best girl in Naruto.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
I shall have to say goodbye because this
camera
camera's about to fucking die. Thank you all for watching. You guys are fucking cool. And also, this man here is awesome. Remind him of that in the comments below. Give us likes! Please!